to the relatives just to see their reaction, and it's at that point that I saw the daughter mouth to him, "Hi daddy." He looked at her, but he did not return the greeting or acknowledge it. He just stared ahead and allowed himself to be escorted back downstairs.
Him shame like dog, JY family. Him can't look him daughter in her eyes and say, "Hi, my daughter." Him can't look. Him can't look, JY family. What a bedbug this ya, man. What a dirty, drunk bedbug this ya. JY family. Who killed Melissa Silvera? Because the judge are going like the public slap her away. Oh, no, see what go on, JY family? Well, that is why I'm here, to get you guys up to date. So if this is your first time to the channel, please, I'm asking you, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified, and remember, March 13th, my birthday, road to 100,000. This video is everything you need to know about the Joylan Silvera case, otherwise called Crocodile Tears. Yeah, man.
To the relatives just to see their reaction, and it's at that point that I saw the daughter mouth to him, "Hi daddy." He looked at her, but he did not return the greeting or acknowledge it. He just stared ahead and allowed himself to be escorted back downstairs.
So JY family, the first person where we are going to make talk about the case is the liar. Yeah, man, the liar. The liar, I got to talk about the case, JY family. I love see the liar when he talk about the case. Because, trust me, it goes to show you how good these people are at their job. Yeah, man. Big up to the liar, them, man. Trust me. I can't even have a straight face just covering this report, because if me and my woman the home and my woman dead and them find gunshot, my house full of camera, bodyguard, all type of things, me well secure. Oh, me I go build a case around that JY family. Why? Trust me. Big up to the liar.
Attorney representing former Member of Parliament Joylan Silvera speaks on the case.
I'm going to say that I have to follow the strictures that were imposed by the court in terms of this preliminary aspect of the case, and my discourse with you will be limited. What I will say, however, is that the matter is fixed for the 8th of February, when by then it is expected that the relevant documentation would have been provided to the defense. That's the first thing. And secondly, I think it's important to note, and I'd like to take this opportunity to say that observations have been made in social media, which, by the way, isn't social at all. But such is the nature of life. But I would caution, and that may be an exercise in futility, because there are many persons who have sought to try and convict already. And that's unfortunate, and I will not go.
Are we champagne attack in a JY family? On a year champagne attack too, no? Yeah, champagne say we already convict him already. Who scale the fence and go over the people them yard to kill Melissa Silvera? Who do it? Because it obvious say Anna Silvera kill the lady, you know? Yeah. Somebody from the public, because first the judge shut out everybody from out of the court, Now, Champagne, I come talk about, we already found him client guilty. Yes, we, the member of John Public, found crocodile tears.
Opportunity that to say that observations have been made in social media, which by the way isn't social at all, but such is the nature of life. But I would caution, and that may be an exercise in futility, because there are many persons who have sought to try and convict already, and that's unfortunate, and I will not go beyond that. And just to say that the file is incomplete, and there is a particular document that we need to inspect to determine the way forward in the way of an application for bail for Mr. Silvero. Beyond that, myself and Ms. Patrice Riley, who represent Mr. Silvero, would not want to comment and go into the details and intricacies of the matter, because that would be simply adding fuel to fire and to cause the discourse, the public discourse, to go on. And again, I think it's important that irrespective of your views, there are young children involved, and it is a very, very, very difficult time for these 3 children. I think that's been.
Champagne, you never suggest these things to your client. Eh? You never pose these questions to your client. Eh? If he was thinking about the children that is involved. You never do it, sir. And members of John Public you can attack. Alright then. As me say, at John Public, do the act.
Euphemistic. And I am asking the public, I'm pleading, maybe again an exercise in futility, but to exercise some level of restraint, not barring anyone from their constitutional right of freedom of expression and so on. But the life and the role of a defense lawyer is to provide defense. Everybody, every person, every citizen has a right to an attorney. And once we are in receipt of full disclosure, then we'll be able to determine how we treat this matter going forward. Thank you very much. Understandably, very apprehensive, very concerned, and as one would expect. Beyond that, again, I would not want to say anything at this stage.
And he maintains that he's innocent of the charge.
He has maintained his position. He has maintained his position of innocence from day one. I am not saying that he is, because I understand that there was a report to that effect. No lawyer should ever really say that, because if you were so certain, then you'd be a witness. But certainly what I can say with great emphasis is that he is indicating that he's innocent. We have our instructions, we have our job to do, and it is for the court, ultimately, and members of the jury to determine whether or not he's innocent. That's not my role. My role, our role, is to provide a defense as per our instructions. Wherever our instructions lead us, that's where we go. Within the confines always, acknowledging and consistent with the canons of the profession and the rules and good ethics. That is also to be emphasized.
Thank you. So you see, because we are a small media over here. We're just a small media. We are going to take it over to the bigger media now, JY family. And hear them express how them feel. If you don't feel, I don't think so, I don't hear nothing yet. Me telling you, say, this is a video.
Media was barred from observing proceedings in that murder case. Now, the question is, can a judge really bar the media? Here to explain the issue is our legal analyst, Dion Jackson Miller. Dion, first of all, using discretion, how sweeping can that really be?
It can be very sweeping, Herman, but let's take a step backward. There is a principle in our Constitution known as open justice. 16.3 of the Constitution provides that all courts should be open to the public. So you should be able to walk into any court and observe proceedings. And the importance of this is to maintain public confidence in the judicial process. You know, you should be able to watch and see and understand what is going on. And Privy Council in a 2021 case, in fact, quoted a famous Judge Lord Diplock as saying that by not trying to hide hide what is happening, that helps the public to have confidence in what is going on in the courts. Having said that, the section 16(4) of the Constitution goes on to say that a judge can bar members of the public from a court if they think it's in the interest of justice or to protect a number of other interests. For instance, in the interest of public order, in the interest of defense, to protect children, a number of other different things. However, the bar has to be high. It has to be that the interest in locking out the media and locking out the public is greater than the interest in letting them in. As you know, Herman, we have to be very concerned because this is a high-profile case. Members of the public are already concerned, to say no more than that, as to whether or not any agents of the state were involved in covering up the murder here. We have a former MP. We know he has links. So people are going to be watching closely to see if there is one law for the Medes and one law for the Persians. And that's exactly what we don't want. Again, which brings us right back to the issue of open justice. It is not unheard of to have the media barred. Last year, I don't know if people remember, for instance, last year in the case involving, the murder case involving a man who had been accused of killing the American missionaries,
right.
the 2 American missionaries.
Yes.
Justice Leighton Pusey had barred the media. What he said in that case was that he was concerned that the reporting on that case would prejudice the upcoming trial of a co-accused in the same case. So we had an explanation there we could understand. What we don't have here is a proper explanation. I don't think it's sufficient for the judge, with this respect, to just say that she's exercising her discretion. We need to know what is the justice interest, what's the interest of justice here that she's protecting, because the prosecution clearly does not agree with this decision. I spoke with the DPP a short while ago on radio. She was very diplomatic, but she called the decision unfortunate. So in those circumstances, in 2024, the judge needs to go a little bit further. We saw recently one of our colleagues, Justice David Batts, who said judges and the media need to be more aware of the media protocol that has been put in place to ensure that the media can cover the court in the interest, he said, of open justice and to maintain public confidence in the system. So we need a better explanation from the judge. Okay, and from what you have heard, does this only apply to the first hearing, or will it stretch right through the case? What do you think? I read that she said that at some later point, the media and the public and the family will be allowed in. Again, I don't think that's sufficient. We need to know what her thinking is in terms of why she has made that order at this point. At what point is she going to lift this bar? And some explanation as to what is happening. All right, good. We'll continue to watch that. Dion Jackson Miller, our in-house legal analyst.
So, we have a new judge, power list, JY family, where we are watch. Remember, say we done a watch, the man we work on a Sykes already, you know. So, now we have a new judge, power radar. So, you hear that, JY family? You hear that? Me make sure say me do this a video for overnight because me nah hurry up and just throw something out there go now. Me go above and beyond and me get different and media house talking about this specific court case. And JY family, almost everybody has said the same thing. Wanna see what go on right so in front of we? Remember, and if get go, we don't have them radar in a JY family. I would think that the judge wouldn't call this. The judge wouldn't call this type of shot. I don't know which part in her magic hat she go in and pull up this rabbit here. When me say, I don't know what kind of magic this is. No, sir. I hope me ask the question again. Which one I know slap with the man wife? Because the people them a treat we like say, how we slap with the man wife and I know him. As so me feel. Anyway, let me go over to the media house again. A different media house this time.
again. Huh? Right near the fence. Right near, see him sit out in the back turn, that's right there. Right near, in the back turn, right near.
This is breaking news from Nationwide Radio.
2:40 p.m. on this Thursday afternoon, Thursday, January 25, 2024. Nationwide News having update for you from the murder trial of Joylan, Silvera, and Cliff. A lot has happened in the last half an hour.
Yes.
The hearing is now over, but there are things that we'll be telling our listeners now which we don't expect the public to find favor with.
Absolutely, George. Good afternoon, listeners. Initially barred the media from entering the courtroom. Yes? Vinette Graham Allen barring the horde of reporters at the courtroom from entering, saying that she may allow them in sometime later. We can also tell you at the beginning, the media was asked to wait outside the courtroom while Silvera was brought in. He looks disheveled, according to our reporter. He stared straight ahead as he was being brought in handcuffs. A team of about 6 prosecutors initially.
Well, 7, and including Jeremy Taylor. What we have been told is that several members of the defense bar who are engaged in the Beachy Stout murder trial left that courtroom to enter the courtroom where the Joylan Silvera matter is taking place. Some high-profile attorneys, among them Valenita Robertson, Christopher Townsend, and others. And speaking of the disheveled look of Joylan Silvera, we were told that he was wearing a crushed blue shirt, seemingly desperately in need of a shave, and he looked rather sullen as he just looked straight ahead. There was one moment a reporter said when the hearing was finished and he left the courtroom that his daughter, she said the words, "Hi, Daddy," and he didn't even acknowledge her as he walked out and back into the police truck.
We can also tell you that the judge, Vinette Graham Allen, has also barred family members, the Silvera family, from the hearing. The judge ruled, according to a reporter, that she will not permit coverage of the matter.
Astonishing.
Stunning.
She said she gave no reason for the decision. The justice didn't. She only said she has to exercise discretion in every case.
Discretion? This is a matter of high public interest.
This is an unprecedented matter. That's never before has a former member of parliament been taken before the court, and we're being told by Madam Justice that she's exercising discretion, and that discretion is represented by her decision to bar the media from covering at this stage.
And the DPP, when she arrived and was told that members of the media were barred, the DPP expressed shock that the members of the media fraternity were being barred. In fact, the DPP is reported as saying this is a matter of high public interest, and she does not understand. She has gone into the courtroom.
Well, we also understand that no bail application has been made because the prosecution was awaiting the ballistics report and the defense was also awaiting that report, and that will then shape how the defense organizes itself to make that bail application. So no bail application made in the absence of that ballistics report.
Can you get our reporter on the line now? The hearing is over. We're going to try and get Ricardo Brooks on the line now to tell us more. But certainly, the judge, Vinette Graham Allen, this afternoon, yes, barred members of the media from entering the courtroom for the first hearing of the former Member of Parliament for Western St. Mary, Joylan Silvera, who is on a murder charge, and she barred members of the media plus members of the Silvera family. Judge Vinette Graham Allen. She has a lot of explaining to do.
Absolutely so. And just to make it clear, when you say barred, you are still correct. But I think we need to tell the listeners that not only was the bar applied, the media and family members were inside the courtroom. She instructed them to leave. So everybody in there had to just turf out with held head down upon the instruction of Madam Justice.
This is amazing. Amazing.
I can't see whose interest is being served by this
Absolutely.
decision. Justice isn't being served by this decision. Yeah? Who is put at a disadvantage by the media being allowed to cover this matter? I can't fathom that.
How is justice? Yes? Well, we're going to have more on this breaking story, but this is the situation. Joylan Silvera appeared in court about half an hour ago, yes, among the drama. Yeah, part of the drama unfolding is that members of the media were ejected from the courtroom by Justice Vinette Graham Allen, and the Silvera family told she's not going to allow them in. Yeah, we're going to have more on this in our major news at 5.
JY family, come on man, come on. You can't reach so far and don't press the like button. Hit the bell icon to be notified. And this is the channel you need to subscribe to, that you didn't know you need to subscribe to. Do the right thing, man.
Me love Jamaica, me nah sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. But when we there yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Roast breadfruit and banana. Under the tree with a glass.